This is TWiT.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? I'm Pruitt, and this is your tech break. You know, folks, we're not perfect as human beings. Nope, we're not. You know, granted, I'm pretty close, but no, I'm not perfect. There are things that goes on with our bodies that just don't quite work and function and is optimized like we hope they should be. Like our eyes, a lot of us, our eyesight is starting to fade away, and that's why we end up with glasses and contacts and so on and so forth. But something that tends to get overlooked, our ears. Did you know that, there's millions and millions of people suffering with some level of hearing loss right now to this day? And quite frankly, most of those folks are under the age of 65. Yeah, that's according to the National Institute of Health. But it's pretty scary when we think about it, that there's so many of us walking around here this day and age that our ears aren't quite up to snuff. And a lot of it is due to our own our own issues of listening to music way too loud or listening to podcasts like Tech Break way too loudly in our ears. But there are some options for us out there. You know, you can first go see your doctor and get your ears checked, and they can more than likely recommend a nice set of hearing aids. But, that's going to cost you. As a matter of fact, that's going to cost you quite a bit. Yeah, usually it's a couple $1,000s for a hearing aid. But we have an option. There's something out there from the folks at Olive Union, and it's in these little case right here. And it's the Olive Pro. These are basically some earbuds that are going to act as an hearing assistant. They're not a hearing aid. This is a hearing assistant. They're pretty neat. They're pretty innocuous when you look at them. They look just like your standard earbuds that you see day to day that you probably already have in your home somewhere or in a drawer somewhere, because they're just pretty standard earbuds. They're water resistant up to IP67. And they can just be used for listening to music, which right out the box, when you fire these up, they're just perfectly fine just to listen to audio. But if you pair these with a mobile device, whether it's your mobile phone or a tablet or what have you, via Bluetooth, there's an app, and this app is going to allow you to do a bit of filtering of the sound that's going on around you. This is going to be great for people that are having issues trying to hear certain frequencies. Now, these devices, this Olive Pro, you're going to be able to pick up a frequency from 250 hertz all the way up to 10 kilohertz. It's going to cover a wide range of the audio spectrum. But there are times, for example, if you're, say, sitting at home watching television, and sometimes you're watching the show and the sound effects sound really, really good, but the dialogue is just a little bit muted. That's probably because you're not able to capture that particular frequency of the mix that the studio provided for you. Having something like the Olive Pro definitely will help with that. I've been trying them out for a couple of weeks now. I got these before the embargo was lifted, and I found them quite fascinating. Again, it's been nice to be able to dive into the mobile app and just sort of tweak it to my liking. It gives you a little hearing test just to give you a nice baseline to work with, just to make sure that you're not, over cranking some of the settings in there that's not going to really optimize the experience for you. A couple caveats. For me, I'm watching television, and sometimes I may have just a space fan going, an oscillating fan going in the room. That oscillating fan is operating at a really, really high frequency that tends to be pretty close to the same frequency of television dialogue. So in my effort of trying to amplify the dialogue that I'm watching on the screen for my favorite rerun or what have you, I was also amplifying the sound of the fan that's blowing in the same room. So you got to be mindful of what's going on in your environment, but for the most part, these are going to be quite beneficial as a nice little assistant to hearing. I've been out and about in some pretty loud environments. When I tried this before, when I tried one of their previous products before here on the network, I went to a poker room and tried it out and see how it sounded. And it did filter out everything that I needed filtered out so I could hear what was going on around me at the poker table. But that was just one little bud. This is now the Pro line where you get 2 buds, 1 for each ear. I'm not going to put them in now because I got my monitors in to record this podcast. But having both of them in, it does make a big difference in the user experience. These are available now on the Olive website. We'll put a link in the show notes here. You can also get these on Amazon. So we'll put an Amazon affiliate link as well. Starting price is $299, which is way cheaper than the roughly $2,000 to $3,000 that you would have to spend on an actual set of hearing aids. Again, this is a hearing assistant, something that just may be useful for many of us to help us be able to hear a little bit better in our day to day. And again, I highly recommend if you think you're having some issues with your hearing, be sure to go see a medical professional to get your ears checked and check out all of your options for you to help you get a better experience with hearing, whether it's in hearing aid or whether it's this device here from the folks at Olive, the Olive Pro. Thank you all for watching. We'll catch you next time.